I've got more custom planner spreads coming your way. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com. All the machines in this craft studio are buzzing as I get ready to work on these 3 custom planner spreads. So first, we have a spread for Rachel. She wants a journaling theme spread in a big lined layout, and I have this layout available over on my website, and I'm excited to combine a few old school Happy Planner sticker books to put that together for Rachel. Grizel's sweet child is going to be celebrating Dr. Seuss Day, and she wants a little memory keeping spread. So I found some fun Dr. Seuss images, and we're going to create one of those for her. And then I am so pumped that I'm going to get to meet Bobbie in person at Go Wild this year in Dallas, and she asked for a Go Wild themed spread. Can't wait to create that for her. So I will put you guys on fast forward. I will link all the things that I used down in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go. First up is a spread for Rachel, and I'm starting with a washi tape at the bottom. This is a washi tape that I actually think I got in Italy, and it is all journaling pieces. There's like beautiful scissors and markers, and I just think it's beautiful and kind of sets the tone for the page. And I rarely use a very specific washi tape like this. A lot of times I use grid washi or just a color of some sort, but I thought this was fitting because we are creating a journaling spread for Rachel. I am going to end up pulling from several different books, starting with Love for Letters. That is the lettering sticker book that came out a few years ago. Then there's the Good Habits sticker book, which I actually really like because I love the colors in it and I love the goal-oriented nature of that one. And then additionally, I am pulling from the Caregiver sticker book, which might be a little bit of a surprise, but there are some fabulous colors that coordinate with the other 2 sticker books. Don't forget, there are always amazing releases happening all of the time, and I am right there with you, super tempted for all of the new things and probably buying several new things every time there's a release. But you are like me and you have some great stickers in your stash. So for me, it's always a good idea to kind of take a moment and see if I can go back to my stash, fall in love with sticker books again. And when you're able to combine the sticker books, it kind of feels like it's making them new. So for this spread, like I said, this is a journaling spread. We're going to work with layering some boxes together. I love to layer boxes on a journaling spread because I feel like it breaks up all of the writing. Sometimes it can be intimidating to think that you have to write paragraphs and paragraphs when you are doing a little journaling. And when I put together boxes, for me, it feels a lot easier. It feels like I can just write some bullet points, write some highlights, write something quick and easy, a quote, something like that. So putting it together in these layered bits and pieces feels like it creates a less intimidating spread. So I'm enjoying doing that. Something else that I'm considering as I put together these clusters, layered these stickers together, are the colors. That is a really important element to make sure that your clustering, that your layering makes sense. In this case, I'm trying to make sure that I'm mixing up the colors. I don't want 2 elements that are the same color layered together because then it starts to feel really heavy in that area. I don't necessarily want I don't necessarily want one big focal point, which I would create if I had one big monochromatic element. I want your eye to move around the page. That's the goal. So I want to make sure that I'm including little bits and pieces of all of the different colors, including moving them around the page so that you don't necessarily rest on a specific color in a specific place, but that your eye sees that all of the colors are included across the whole page. You can see that for the most part, I started with layering the boxes. That's what I did first. Then a few quotes found their way in, and then I started working with different elements that were not the box shape. So that is really important. I think a cluster or a layered sticker effect looks the best when you break out of the boxy shape. There are so many boxes in all of our stickers, which makes sense because that is primarily how we plan. We plan in these boxes, we break things up like that. But when you add elements like these florals, these greenery leaf things right here, then it kind of softens the edges. And I talk about it all the time, but I think it really does make a difference. Again, I'm focusing on spreading them throughout the entire spread, not just one cluster of where these leaves are going to be, but moving them throughout the spread and making sure that every element or every cluster, every layered section has some of these boxes. I love how Rachel's spread came together. I hope that, Rachel, it inspires you to do a little bit of journaling. Let me know, everybody, what you think of this one down below. Next up is Grizel's Dr. Seuss Memory Keeping Spread. This one is so bright and fun. I'm very excited. I downloaded some of these images from Etsy and then used my Cricut to create stickers. This one was my favorite, Dr. Seuss The Eras Tour. Thought that was hilarious. Definitely wanted to include it. Layering in this case is a little bit different because what I am doing is making sure that there are going to be spots for Grizel to add photos. She wanted to add photos of all the dress up and theme days that are happening for Dr. Seuss Week, which I thought was a fabulous idea. The way I am reserving spots for those photos is using these large boxes. Each box is 2x3, which is the size that she said she will be printing her photos at. So wherever there's a box, that would be a fabulous place, Grizel, to put a photo. Another side note, the sticker paper that I use to create the pictures or the Dr. Seuss stickers, that is sticker paper from Online Labels. It is their weatherproof matte sticker paper. And I used it because Grizel, I do believe that you'll be able to very gently peel these up to stick a photo underneath and then put the sticker back down. So you're going to see me layering and overlapping different pieces here and there. And Grizel, you're going to be able to recreate that even if you are putting a photo over where one of the colorful boxes is. Now, in this case, I am working with some visually impactful stickers for sure. The Dr. Seuss stickers are meant to be impactful because they're illustrations and they're, to kind of tell the story of the whole week. So they are taking front and center stage as I work with the layering pieces. I'm mostly putting them in front of boxes as opposed to hiding them behind boxes or having them come out from behind boxes like it would probably do with florals, because that's what I want to feature. As you are layering stickers, you need to remember, what do you want to feature? What do you want to go in the background? It's important to figure out what layer goes down first. Most often I'm putting florals, kind of abstract looking pieces, softer elements in the background and boxes in the front because I'm going to write on those. But if I have a sticker that I want to use to tell the main story or to feature as the main element on the page, that is going to be in the very front of the layers. So just consider the order of your layers because that's going to make a big difference. This page would look very different if the boxes were all on top and the elements were all in the background. This is definitely a page that has a lot of color to it, but I still have to do the same thing that I talked about earlier, which is making sure the color is represented all across the page. So for instance, I have green eggs and ham over there on the right. I need to have a green box over on the left or else it's unbalanced because there's no green on the left. I need to make sure that I have that big blue elephant on the right. There's got to be some blue represented in the box over there on the left-hand side just so that it feels more balanced. Now that I have all of the decorative elements in place, or most of them, I'm going to add in a few spots, some journaling lines. This is a stencil from the Happy Planner. I think it came with a Be Happy box at some point. I'm going to use it to add in some journaling lines so that Grizel can add in journaling and talk about how the week was, how the themes were, maybe some of her favorite Dr. Seuss books. We will add that in. And then one last element to bring it all together, the very top layer, I have this red glitter washi tape that is kind of in this fun wave, and I think that it is so cute and again brings red across the page because the only red box I had left was the journaling box on the left. I wanted to make sure I brought red across the page, and the washi tape does it. Grizel, I hope you enjoy this spread. I hope your daughter has a great week for Read Across America Week, and let's check out the last spread. Last but not least today is Bobbie's Go Wild themed spread. She asked very specifically for the Kelva Plan Go Wild stickers, which I was more than happy to use because I think these are so fun, and I love that there is washi tape that coordinates. If you have not picked up these stickers, first of all, you don't have to go to Go Wild to be able to use these stickers. They are fun, just themed planning stickers in here. But the washi tape is super adorable. I love it. So I'm going to use the washi tape layered on top of each other because that's the theme of our video today, to set the tone on either side of the spread, top corner, bottom corner. And we are going to work with a few elements. Now, here's my big tip for layering that you're going to see in this spread. There are lots of clear stickers in this book, tons and tons of clear stickers. Just because a sticker is clear does not mean that you have to have it remain clear. You're going to see me work around that several different times because I'm going to layer on, see, that doesn't even work. So I can use whiteout. That's a tip for layering to make sure that you're able to use those clear stickers and still be able to see them. You'll see me put the clear stickers onto an extra piece of white sticker paper and then fussy cut them out just to give them a solid backing so that it just makes more sense on the page. Do not be limited with whether a sticker is on clear paper or white sticker paper. Make it work for you because sometimes you need it to pop up. Like I said, if I want it in front of the box, I'm going to need it to be a solid sticker so I can layer a piece of white sticker paper behind it. I can use whiteout, something like that to kind of bring it more toward the forefront. Now, I am leaving this spread undated because I don't know if Bobbie plans to use this for the week of Go Wild, but I am kind of planning it like it was Go Wild week, putting plenty of boxes on Thursday, Friday. You'll see one big box on Saturday and then a couple on Sunday because that's the main days of the conference. So I figured she'd be able to write her arrival time. She'd be able to write a little something about Plan JAMA. I know that she probably has several different happy hours and things like that to go to with different Patreon groups. And like I said, I can't wait to meet all of you in person, which is awesome. If you are going to Go Wild, please be sure to let me know down in the description box below. And then if you see me at Go Wild, please come up and say hello. I totally would love, I'd love to meet everyone. I think it's so fun when you see names and you can finally put names to faces. It's just, that's one of my favorite parts of Go Wild. All right, so now we're working front to back. What do I mean by front to back? You're going to see sometimes these stickers are going behind the boxes, like the instance of the feet kind of popping up and a box being in front of them. And then sometimes I have stickers in front of the boxes, like this little cowboy hat. I'm using this little hat to cover up the corner. Some of the boxes I chose from Heather Kell's book are actually intended for like your monthly layout. And so they have that little notch out of them. I'm covering up that little notch by just kind of hanging a little cowboy hat off of it. But in order for that to make more sense, it needs to be on white sticker paper. So you just have to determine, do you need the element in the front? Do you need the element in the back? And then that'll help you decide if you need to change it from the clear sticker paper to the white sticker paper. When I have smaller boxes, like the ones that I have down towards the bottom of that spread, generally the element is going to be behind it because I need plenty of room to write. When I have larger boxes, I can layer in bigger elements in the front because you're still going to have plenty of room to write in the rest of the box. It's just one of the determining factors that I use. All right, so let's add this purple box up here. I have a little trouble positioning it. It takes me a couple tries, but we'll get this one down. This one, again, is sized for a dashboard. I don't like that notch. I don't need that notch, so I'm going to cover up that notch with my stickers, my decorative stickers. I chose the Go Wild Dallas planner. Adorable. That's kind of setting the tone for the page. But then I was going to do cowboy boots because I have those multiple other places. However, those cowboy boots, it didn't make sense to have them facing that way because the tip of the boot, the toe of the boot was hidden by the planner. So instead I chose a different cowboy boot turned the other way just made more logical sense that you would be able to see the whole boot and the planner could be in the background and it was kind of pointing away from where the book was. It just made sense to the eye. And so that's another thing you have to kind of account for. What makes sense? Why would the boot be, kicking the planner? I know it's silly. Why would you even have a boot next to a planner? But you might, and you might for Go Wild. So in my head, it totally made sense. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about the functionality of the right side of the spread. I need to make sure to add this long box over on the left side, but I didn't want it just kind of floating. I wanted some things around it. So we're going to use the alpha stickers to put Go Wild here at the bottom. I'm going to kind of justify where the Go Wild is going to be because I do want to do a little bit more layering. Instead of just having this long box on its own, I thought it would be fun to have a little hexagon right here at the bottom. I love how everything looks nestled together right there. And then at the top, it needs a little bit something as well. So we'll add the date 2024. That way Bobbie can use it. She can use this spread leading up to Go Wild. She could use this the week after Go Wild, just as a celebration of the week. There's lots of ways to use it, but I did want to go ahead and add the date. I had those cowboy boots from earlier, so let's make sure, for some reason it makes sense, they kind of nestle a little bit better over in this area because they're not getting covered. And now I just want to put a few words around the page. Love Heather Kell's handwriting and some of the fonts that she chose in her book. So we went with go where you feel most alive, and you can't buy happiness, but you can buy planners, and that's kind of the same thing. The last few things I'm going to do here on Bobbie's spread, I'm going to add a few other elements over at the top left. I want to use a box to let her title the list that she has over on the left-hand side. It could be a packing list. It could be a Go Wild checklist. It could be lots of different things. So I wanted to give her a box for that. And then I wanted to add details. I've been trying to really focus on adding in some smaller details, smaller stickers here and there on these spreads to just elevate it that much more. And that's what I'm going to do. We're going to play with stars. We're going to put those all around the spread. And it kind of brings it all together. I'm so excited. I'm starting to get really excited for Go Wild. I've started to get some of the presents that I plan to hand out. They're coming in and I'm putting them together. It's going to be a great time. All right, that is going to do it for these custom planner spreads. Let me know, which one did you like the most? Was it Rachel's journaling spread? Was it Grizel's Dr. Seuss spread or Bobbie's Go Wild spread? I always love to hear which ones kind of catch y'all's eye. So let me know down in the comments below. As always, I will link everything that I used in the description box below. If you haven't picked up these fun stickers from Kelva Plan for Go Wild, I highly suggest you go grab them because I would pick them up whether I was going or not because the colors and the theming is so fun. I do want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you all so much for all of your continued support. If you are looking for a fun, crafty community to be a part of, Patreon is the place to be. You can find more information down in the description box below. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.